Gen X, we've got to have a talk. I have begged, I've pleaded, and you're still not going to yoga. And you're giving me all these excuses. You are my friends, you are my people, you are my peers. And I think it's time for a come to Jesus. I think it's time for an intervention. Hi everyone, Amber here with Yoga How To, and part of our mission is accessibility to yoga. A key to this today is getting other generations to try it out. So I am hoping I can get some of my own people to be brave. I know it can be hard. Trust me, this is part of why I opened my own yoga studio, because yoga studio scared me. So I know it can be hard. I get that so much, and I'm hoping that by the end of this you'll either get, if you're someone who needs a little kick in the butt, I hope you get that, and if you're someone who needs encouragement, I hope you will find that today. Today I am going to go over the biggest excuses I get from Gen X about why they're not doing yoga, why they're not taking care of themselves in that way and giving themselves this gift. And these are from people who say, I know I should be, I know it would help me, and I'm going to go through each one and give you, if you are a Gen Xer who needs it short and a little brutal, you're going to get that. And if you're a Gen Xer who needs a softer, sweeter explanation, I'll give you that too. Take your pick. At this point, I'm trying anything I can to get you into the studio. I'm not flexible enough. All right, brutal, my brutal, tough people, the ones who listen to maybe punk, maybe you're my latchkey kids who need it just told to you simply and brutally. Of course you're not flexible if you haven't been working on flexibility. I'm not flexible unless I'm doing yoga. I lose my mobility so quickly if I am not keeping my yoga up. That's just the way it is. For those of you who want the light version, the kinder, softer version, let me just say that mobility and flexibility, which I'm going to put together here under the same umbrella, they will change the quality of your life so much. They will make you feel so much better, so much more capable. It's not about getting a leg behind your head. What it's really about, what my measure is for my yoga, and as far as flexibility goes, is I don't care about what my poses look like. I care about how do my poses support me in my daily life so that I have the mobility to do the things I want to do and to feel good doing them. You will be amazed, and I promise you, you gain more mobility and flexibility. It's one of the quickest things to come. It comes just after balance. Your balance will start to develop first, and then you'll start to notice more just a freedom in your body that maybe you haven't felt in a very long time, but that you deserve. It's okay you haven't been doing it. It's okay you've been busy raising kids and you haven't had time. But the kids are out of the nest. It's time to start looking inward and at what you need. And mobility, flexibility, this is going to help you to age better and more gracefully in a way, and by that I mean in a way where you feel better in your body. That's what I want for you. This is all of the other I'm not blank enough. So I'm not flexible enough, but there's so many I'm not enoughs in our heads. Whether it's I'm not fit enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not young enough, whatever these things are, I want to tell you that this is the quick version. If you get yourself into a yoga studio, you'll see that's not true. And that you've just been telling yourself a story in your head that has been limiting. It has kept you down. So it's going to be one of the best things you can do for yourself to get into an appropriate class. By that, I mean do a beginner's class where you're learning good alignment. Don't hop into the hardest class where you feel great for 3 weeks and then you hurt yourself, right? Learn good alignment. That is where, once you get into these classes, you realize you're a very normal person in the class. You're not exceptional by being not this image of what we think yoga is. So get that out of your head. For my people who need the more gentle approach, You are enough. You are enough. You are exactly what you need to be and who you need to be, and you've earned it. So please stop with the mean girl, mean guy, mean person voice in your head that is comparing and contrasting. Also, know this, that when people are, and I really want to encourage you about this, when people are going to yoga, they are so busy breathing and making these shapes in their own bodies, they're not watching you. There might be one or two people who are in comparison mode still. Ideally, it's not happening with anyone, but if they are, and this is just kind of back to a brutal truth, and but it can be a saving grace as you're getting older, is chances are the people they are really comparing themselves to are the young people. And so if you're an older person, you get to step into a new role. You get to be wise, you get to be sage, you don't have to play that game anymore. It's your time to step out of that and realize, sometimes we can get frustrated that we seem to disappear in society, but this might be a way that you can comfort yourself, is that if you are in a class with a bunch of young people, and even if some are paying attention to what other people are doing, if they happen to even clock you, right? I mean, let's be honest. When you were 20, did you notice people who were 50, like your friends' parents? I didn't. And I know it can be so frustrating, but in this case, if they do clock you, you get to be an example of a person of a different generation, aging in a way in which you are empowered and in which you're making good choices for yourself. So you actually get to step into role model rather than playing that game anymore. It's too late. It's too late. For my quick, simple, brutal truth people, no, it's not. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Think of it this way. If you start now, even if you don't start feeling better, but if you can slow down feeling worse in your body and in your mind, why wouldn't you do it? For people, my friends who want the more gentle approach, of course it's not too late. And I know you can say, well, Amber, you've been doing yoga for a long time, so it's easy for you to say, but I want to tell you that what many of my friends as they get older are starting to experience, I kind of got oddly blessed with a condition called ankylosing spondylitis when I was in my early 30s. And it gave me a preview of what an aging body feels like. There's a lot of inflammation, a lot of pain, and a lot of fatigue with it. And I had to learn at that time that A, that's not an excuse, and B, if I let it be an excuse, I will just feel worse. Whereas if I instead go in and figure out how to do the yoga that's right for my body, if I instead commit to a practice, I'm going to feel a lot better. And so even though I have had a long-term yoga practice, it actually, because of this thing that I developed in my early 30s, I can tell you as someone who is 20 years in, I can't imagine where I'd be without yoga. And I want you to be feeling this way when you're 20 years down the line in your yoga practice. I mean, you've still got, gosh, you can easily have 20 more years of yoga in your life, if not more. I want you to look back and think, thank goodness I did that, because I feel so much better. And it helps me get through the days being more comfortable in my body. Okay, friends of all generations, thanks for being with me today. If you are someone of a different generation, but you've got friends my age or older or boomers, will you share this with them? Because they might just need either a gentle invitation, which I hope I've given a few of those, as well as they might need a swift kick in the butt, and maybe I've given that today if that's what Gen X needs. I hope that you found something you need to inspire you to get over the barriers that are in your own mind, because truly yoga is going to be a key practice to having a life as those of us in Gen X get older that is rewarding and fulfilling and joyful. I will be doing more of these to help Gen X get into yoga. My next video will be tips for Gen Xers who want to start a yoga journey. And I'm also going to do some short videos to give you tips for how to modify things in the studio so that you can find ways to make it work for your Gen X aging body. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Please share in the comments if you are someone who is getting on in the years. What is yoga helping you with? Or what is some either encouragement or brutal truth that you want to give to people of either, if you're an older millennial, a Gen Xer, or a boomer, to your own generation to get them in there doing yoga. Lastly, as I do these videos for Gen X, I want to know, what do you want to know? What poses are you confused about? What kind of studio etiquette do you want to know about if you're a Gen Xer who hasn't been to a studio? What can I do to help you feel secure and safe going into a yoga studio? Please let me know. I'm here for you. I want to be your friend along the journey. Please do like and subscribe. We are so grateful for you. And Gen X, get your ass to yoga.